My name is Alisa Woods, and I'll be presenting this PowerPoint presentation to you today discussing the performance improvement intervention from the category of learning interventions, focusing on education and training. In the following few slides, I will be presenting to you 4 key men who made essential contributions to the development of training and performance intervention. Martin Luther proposed that education should go beyond religious training to emphasize the classics, math, logo, music, history, and science. John Locke wrote that education should include learning one or more manual trades and physical, moral, and intellectual training. Additionally, Jean-Jacques Rousseau recognized the value of training in educating the youth and marked the beginning of a new era in education and the development of technical training. Johann Heinrich Pestalozzi furthered the movement from old education of simple acquisition of knowledge to the evolving notion of education as organic development. Now that we've covered essential people to the development of training and performance improvement, let's cover the definition of performance improvement. It can be defined as the science and art of improving people, process, performance, organizations, and ultimately society. This is important to learning interventions because performance improvement is a desired outcome from the learning intervention. Learning interventions are planned activities or programs designed to promote performance improvement. While learning interventions can focus on knowledge management, on-the-job learning, social learning, and many more, for this presentation, our sole focus is going to be on the area of education and training. Education can be defined as a process that improves work performance in a focused direction beyond the person's current job or station in life. Education within interventions emphasizes broad knowledge, understanding, comprehension, analysis, synthesis, evaluation, and transfer of knowledge to future objectives and job-related applications. Educational programs implemented as part of learning interventions aim to achieve both individual and organizational change. Individual change focuses on growing employees' knowledge base or know-how, and organizational change in the performance improvement of an organization that an organization experiences as a result of many employees going through the individual change simultaneously. Training within learning interventions provides instruction to the employees from the employer to establish, improve, maintain, or extinguish their performance as it relates to business needs. These training programs set measurable performance objectives to specify what the trainees are expected to have learned and be able to demonstrate when the program ends. Training is designed to develop employee knowledge, abilities, skills, and attitudes to maximize the human resource contribution to an enterprise. In addition to training focusing on achieving set objectives, training also aims to align goals with the organizational systems. The following are tips for implementing training within programs. Analyze the situation, write objectives focused on learning, choose the way in which the training will be delivered, identify the training content, plan the learning activities, create a training program, develop training materials to validate the program, and monitor and evaluate the program's results. There are different types of training designs that can be utilized, like self-directed learning, on the job, just-in-time, action, blended, and social learning. These designs are utilized as a way to deliver the necessary education and training to the trainees or employees. Interactive learning technologies are also used as a way to support the education and training within their programs. These include any learning technology, whether that's method or media, that encourages and supports the active involvement of the learner with the content. Simply put, interactive learning technologies gets the learners actively engaged in their learning process with a more hands-on approach for encouraging knowledge retention. Examples of interactive technologies you might find within programs include virtual learning systems, email, instant messaging, podcasts, video conferencing, blogs, webinars. And now, while this is quite an extensive list, it is said to be impossible to name all of the available interactive technologies one could use inside a program. Now that we have discussed what education and training consist of, let's take a look at applying this education and training in the workplace. I could go on and on about the ways employers utilize education and training. However, two of the main ones we're going to focus on for this presentation is performance improvement and employee investment. Employers use the learning intervention of education and training as a way to facilitate performance improvement. Oftentimes, employees just require additional knowledge and training or even a refresher to achieve personal work improvement, which would ultimately lead to organizational improvement. These changes could relate to safety, ethics, operating procedures, etc. Employers also utilize the learning intervention for employee investment. People are the heart and soul of organizations, and investing company resources to instill additional skills and knowledge with employees will not only improve each individual worker's performance, but the employees will feel more appreciated. Additionally, employers know that talent development is critical to organizational success. Research has resulted in supporting evidence that learning is associated with well-being and well-being is associated with organizational performance. This evidence thus suggests that we have good reason to think that implementing learning and training programs in the workplace are likely to have a positive impact on the well-being of both individuals and organizations. Improving education and training within workplaces is implemented through what is called a learning intervention. These interventions help employers aim for individual and organizational change. They implement training within the interventions to enhance performance improvement. Program designs for interventions often include interactive learning technologies. Employers utilize these interventions as a way to seek performance improvement. As our presentation comes to a close, I just want to leave you with the following words of wisdom. The most valuable of all capital is that invested in human beings, and education and training are the most important investments in human capital. Thank you for tuning in to today's presentation on the learning intervention of education and training. Have a good day.